prepping grapes for grape jelly. These are in my freezer. So I put them in a pot, put a little bit of water in there, and boiled them and mashed them with my potato masher. But now I have to strain them. Okay, I have cooked grapes, a container to put the discard in, and a bowl under my strainer, and a soup ladle. They are still on their stems. I didn't de-stem them, so this may be interesting because I usually de-stem them, but they were froze. I'll lose a little bit of juice, but that's okay. Just mash them a little bit. That's it. That could be mashed a little more. These are wine grapes, black Spanish wine grapes, but they make really good jelly. My fingers will probably be purple when I get through. And my juice is already to the bottom of my strainer. I might need your help here in a second.
Okay. Pour it out of the pan.
Yeah. You always need a couple extra hands.
I can do it.
I don't know if it'll all fit in that bowl. Pour slow. Oh gosh, pour slow. Alright, you don't have to pour them in. You made a mess.
And it'll make the cabinet purple too.
Uh-huh. Okay. We'll have to find something to put it in. Alright, I got my container in the sink, so I don't make a horrendous mess, maybe. Getting it in there. It's just a juice bottle. I save juice bottles for this kind of stuff all the time because you can freeze in them. You just don't fill them full, because if you fill them full and then freeze it, runs over. But it also is easy to pour out to measure when you're making jelly. Okay, same process for the second pan. Maybe. I'm not worried about grapes, because I have enough more lettuce. Probably could have put it all in this one. I did not see this one until I had to get a second one. usually don't pour it all in there because there's some, I call it dregs. I don't know if you could see that. Kind of gritty stuff. But anyway, now I'm ready to make jelly. 1 package of Sure Gel. If you don't know how to make jelly, well, if I can get it open, I'll show you. Every box has the package of pectin, and then it has instruction sheets for jams and jellies, just about any kind you would want to make. You can make freezer jelly, cooked jelly, freezer jam, cooked jam. Familiarize yourself with this list of how to do it. I always revert back to it just because, make sure. But we're going to get started. I think it's 5 cups. Yep, 5 cups of juice, 5 cups of juice, 7 cups of sugar. And it says it makes 8 cups, but usually I get 9. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm going to measure out my juice, measure out my sugar, and get that all ready. Okay, 5 cups of juice. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. 2. 4. 5. Still got a cup and a half so left. Turn on the burner. And I'm going to put my pectin in. You put your pectin in before you put your sugar. You got to bring it to a boil, a hard rolling boil, for 1 minute. Trying to get it all down so it doesn't go everywhere. Okay. Just sprinkle it around. There you go. Okay, bring that to a boil. It's got to boil for 1 minute. Okay, while waiting for that to boil, I've got my water bath pot with water in it heating up. I have my jars getting ready. I have my sugars ready. Sugar's all measured out. So when that starts boiling and boils for 1 minute, I will dump the sugar in. Okay, we're starting to boil. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of butter. That will help keep it make it not foam as much. And I don't use my timer, only because it's hard to set a dial timer for a minute. So when it starts its rolling boil, I just count to 60. We're boiling, but that's not a rolling boil. Okay, we've been boiling now for about a minute. It's not like foaming up or anything. It has a little bit around the edge. Okay, I'm going to dump in my sugar. Dump it all in at once. And then mix it up. It might have clumps. You just do that until you get them all your sugar wet. You want to stir it until it gets dissolved, so nothing sticks on the bottom and burns. It's still here, gritty in the bottom. Keep stirring. I may need to turn my burner back down because a rolling boil with the juice looks totally different than a rolling boil with the sugar added, because it will boil over with the sugar added. I don't know why it's different, but it's different. Okay, it'll take it a little bit to get to the boiling stage. Okay, I'm going to start counting. In my head, it's rolling, so I'm going to start counting. Oh, silly me. My video has a timer on it. Ha! 27, 28. We're just going to go with that. Handy dandy. Hadn't even thought about that until just now. $45. You learn something new every day. Okay, as soon as it gets to a minute, I'm going to turn the burner off and I'm going to start getting into the jars. 1 minute. There we go. What's my ladle? And I always move my pan over as close as possible so I don't drip as bad. You want to go to 1/4 of an inch headspace. That's gonna make one of them. If it does the last jar, I'm just going to put it over this. I can't remember how many holes. None, I think. I always have to count. I never can remember how many holes. That's not anymore. Not a whole lot more now. Okay. Now get the lids on those and the canner before we got that last jar. Paper towel. Wipe the rims. Make sure there's no jelly on there. Because I did drip around on the jars, but that's okay. Okay. My flats, I do put them in hot water. Ouch. Okay, gotta get my rings. Fingertip tight. But you can't really get much tighter than that when it's hot. Ouch. Okay. Just over here. Over here. Gosh, I got that, y'all. Anybody comes, you can take it over here. Whatever you do. Okay, it needs to be covered by 1 to 2 inches of water, and I have, yeah, it's questionable, about maybe 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to put a pan of water on the boil and add it. Okay, we're at a full rolling boil. We want to process these for 5 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer. After the timer goes off, I lift them out of the water. They're not out of the water, but I lift them up, hanging on the side, and I let them sit here for 5 minutes or so before I take them out. I don't know. I heard that you were supposed to do that one time, and I've just always done it. And I forgot to mention, I put maybe 2 tablespoons of vinegar in my water, in the canner water, and it keeps the jars clean. If you have sediment hard water, you don't get that white mineral film on there. Okay, one more. I'm going to leave these sitting. Don't move them. Don't poke the top. Looks like they already are sealed. Don't poke the top. Don't do nothing to them for 24 hours. I mean, I'll scoot them back so they're out of the... Whoop. No, I won't. See? Don't move them. Thanks for y'all coming along with me. It's grape jelly.